What's happening, people? You are through to the Combat Show. I'm Ola, and my co-host right here joining me is William. Will, what's going on?
Hello, people. How you doing? Back
Yeah,
again
man.
for another week.
Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about
See
it,
how
man.
it goes.
Let's talk about it, bro. Let's talk about it. Um, it's it's kind of been a mad week for combat sport. Especially boxing. Boxing is picked up a bit
One
this week.
second. One second. One second.
Uh, yeah, you good? All right. I don't know what's going on with Will there. So there's been a lot that's happened this week with boxing. Boxing has been quite active. I'm not used to it I'm not used to it being like that. So it's just one of those. Let's add Will back to the stream.
I'm back in here. Come on, let's go.
I'm back.
Yeah.
All right, my brother. Look, there's a big card here. We all know Javonte Davis. He's one of those. He's one of those guys that's well known in the boxing community,
Boxing
and that's
world, yeah.
in the boxing world. And obviously, not just because of his talent, but because of who he's signed to. And he's fighting Mario Barrios this weekend.
Formidable.
Yeah. Uh, what's your thoughts and feeling about that fight?
Well, before we get to that, can we just finish like or we go straight into this? We want us to go straight into this. I don't mind.
Yeah. I want to let's do the
Go
box.
straight
Let's do
to
the boxing, man. Yeah.
Well,
Let's
this is gonna be a tough fight for Javonte Davis. I have to say this is gonna be the test for him because he's going up a weight and also fighting someone who's clearly bigger than him. If you can, and even if you watch, because I was watching the Showtime thing with him, and he was saying about how he couldn't reach, so you have to do certain things. He couldn't reach certain, so you have to do certain things. So this is going to be tough for him, and he knows. Even his coach and I was saying this is going to be really really tough for him. So I haven't really seen Barrios live. I've watched stuff after the fact, and he seems decent. I think he's a little bit slow compared to Javonte, but he seems decent. And you know how I feel about Mexicans and their chins. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
So that's the thing as well. But we've seen this before where you think the hardest test could be the easiest test for all these great fighters or whatever. And Javonte Davis is beginning to prove that he might be one of the greats. You know what I mean? And every adversity so far made it easy work. Easy work. It's those fighters who he wasn't motivated for that became hard work. But any big fight, easy work for him. Easy work. So let's see how this goes. It's gonna. If he loses, there's no shame in his game. Do you get what I'm saying? It's one of them guys. That's it. If he loses, there's no shame at all in the game. I can't see why they would call him fake or a fraud or paper champ or whatever. I can't see how they'll call him anything if he loses this fight because he's fighting against someone who can actually fight. So this is going to be great. What do you think?
I mean, there's one thing that I got from what you said. He's moving up a weight class. I think it's 2 weight classes. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I
thought Santa Cruz was up a weight class.
I think it's 2 weight classes. And shout out to everybody that's joining us right now in the chat room. Everybody that's joining us on the show. If it's your first time around here, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button. Share this out. We're a growing channel, and we do this for you guys, man. You know what I mean? But we need your love to grow the show. So back to what we was talking about. I mean, I think he's moving up 2 weight classes, and I'm looking at the weigh-ins. And Barrios is a big lad.
Big guy.
He's
That's
a big lad.
that's why I said if Javante loses, me personally, I don't see no shame to his game. But
Mm.
you know the casuals. The casuals are always, when they hype someone up, the casuals love it when someone hyped up gets messed up. I get like that sometimes. I get casually sometimes. You know what I mean? With Joshua and that, you know what I mean? So it's all good.
All right, you have to throw in you have to throw in your thing. You know what I mean?
That's what I said. I get like that sometimes. So, but that's what I'm saying. Barrios is big. So if Tank does beat him, I think everybody around Barrios would start being scared of Tank because Barrios is unbeaten as well.
Mm. And that's what makes it very interesting. Like
Very,
like
very
like
interesting.
like Victoria Matla just said in his in his comments. I think it's really really interesting if Davis can go up there and uh, and get the job done. So I think it's gonna be a tough fight for him. Do you think this is by far the biggest test?
Yeah. And I always say this too. Yeah, it's not even the person he's fighting. It's not
Mm.
even. It's not even. It's not even. It's the where the person's from. Mexicans have tough shit. It's bad enough he's big, but it's worse that he's Mexican. Because Mexican. You know how many bets have I won Mexican fights where I've just bet like either he's not going to get knocked out or he's going to win the fight. He'll take all the punches and once this guy's tired, you take him out. How many? I've done that so many times with Mexican fights. Mexican fights, you make me a lot of money. You make me a
Mhm.
lot of luchi. I love you too. Mwah. But it's just that's what I'm saying. That's how I feel like if Deontay loses, Javante loses this one, it's not going
It's,
to be a
it's
bad thing.
yeah.
But also with the person he's trying to follow or the person who's promoting him, that person's promoted the O for a long not losing, Mayweather not losing. Mayweather not losing. You know what I mean? Mayweather was all for Adrian Broner until Adrian Broner had his first loss. Then Mayweather
Mm.
was segued away from him quickly. So I don't know. So it's a shaky one for Javante. But then again, this is the real test. So and this is what he needed. Like he's actually, I think if he beats Barrios as well, then no one's gonna talk about Lomachenko with him as well.
Mm.
That too. If he beats Barrios, no one's gonna talk Lomachenko because Lomachenko's been beaten. And if another thing as well, the only way I see Tank winning this fight is by knockout.
Does he have the power to do it though?
He has the power. But the homeboy is
the
Mexican.
only the only the only the only the only problem for him now is facing a tough chin, right?
He's facing a tough chin, really, really tough chin. So, as a thing, but Barrios, I've watched some of his fights. He's been in some wars as well. You know what I mean? It's not just. He's had it all easier. He can box too. He can defend really well. He takes punches a lot though, and that's where Tank has got a chance. But he also has this knack of as soon as you get close to him, something just comes out of nowhere. Boom! Whoosh. Then the guy, you see the one who ain't knocked, and the guy like kind of put his gloves on the floor, didn't even know where it was at. Didn't like those kind of things. It just hit. He just comes out of. You know what I mean? So he's also got power. So.
I mean, look, the most interesting point here is he's moving up a weight class, 2 weight classes, to actually go and get this fight done, and he's still the favorite going into this fight as well. When you look at the bookies and how much it shows what confidence that they got in him to still go up there and get the job done. Because I'm not sure how he's still the favorite going up a weight class, 2 weight classes to face someone like Barrios that's undefeated as well. You know, and be able to nail him down. If you're going to make any prediction, um, how do you see the fight panning out? Or how do you see it going? What round? I'm going to put you on the spot here. Let me go
Vegas.
first. What are you
All
thinking?
right, all right, go on.
I'm gonna go TKO Davis round 9.
9.
And that's the casual in me. I could be way off base. You know what I mean? So that's why I wanted to get uh your thoughts on how you see it ending.
Vegas must know something. When a big fight happens right now, I tend to look at Vegas right now because they always know something.
Hmm.
If Vegas is saying Javante is gonna win, then there's something. There's something. How they get their odds and all of that's crazy. So, and like I said to you as well, I've seen these things in boxing so many times where like the guy who they say is the toughest guy he's ever faced, and then the man makes the guy look like nothing. Like, really? You guys were worried about that guy? Really? You guys should be worried about this soft guy. No, you guys. I've seen that so many times in boxing, and you probably seen that with Israel
Hmm.
facing
I was
Paulo.
just yeah.
Yeah, Paulo being the most dangerous, but he was the easiest. Whereas you looked at other guys who don't even look like they'll cause Izzy a threat, i.e., Gastelum and people like that. They caused him more. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They've done more. So for me, I feel like that kind of one with this one as well. And I feel like with how focused Javante is, and also the fact that he knows I've got to catch him. He keeps saying, I've got to catch him, I've got to catch him, I've got to catch him. Means he's focused and training on going for the big shot. But like I said, homeboy is Mexican. We'll find out. I hope he's a real Mexican. Because you do have some Mexicans who ain't really shiggy.
What
Shiggy.
like
Don't mention Tony's name. Don't mention Tony's name.
Oh my god! How did you know where I
Don't
was
mention
gonna go
Tony's
with it?
name.
How did you know where I was going with that, bro?
Yeah, but
Bro,
Tony's durable
no,
too.
bro, I went really gonna go there. What I was.
I know you were. I know you. I know you. Look, I know. Mirror. I know you. Listen, um, yeah, Tony's even durable. Come on, who's actually knocked Tony out? Who?
Yeah, true that. We got some comments coming in. Diego is saying here, shout out to Diego C. Palace, my guy. Your name is still long, but we fucks with you. He's gonna go the distance for him. Let's see. Yeah, as you coming in, please put your comments in, and we'll put on the stream. Victorious Matla. He says, I'm going for the upset. Barrios by decision. He will use his height and reach to his advantage and outbox Tank, unfortunately. And
Victor,
it could be.
Victor, can I have a little chat with Victor? Victor, I see your point, and that's what like the boxing brain in me wants to go for this because this makes sense. This makes total sense. This makes absolutely total sense. But Mexicans don't make any sense. Okay? Mexicans in boxing don't make any sense at all. They can throw the game plan away like it's nothing as soon as they get hit. They can turn the boxing match into a fight. Do you understand?
Mhm.
So when you say this, that's all good and dandy. When he gets hit, he might just go, this little guy, come, yo, you think I'm gonna box you? All right, let's fight then. The Mexicans had the tendency to get like that. So that's why I'm trying not to go for the upset because you never know. Barrios is big, but Devontae's got that bang. Once you got bang, you got bang. Once you got bang, you got bang. And I say this with I'm gonna do this again. I say this with Deontay Wilder. Half of the people he's knocked out, no, not half. All of the people he's knocked out are bigger than him.
I love that guy, by
All
the
of
way.
them. What?
I've always liked that guy. Carry on.
You're a dickhead. You're an absolute dickhead. Seriously, you're an absolute. So now that he says he's Nigerian, now you like him. You're an absolute dickhead.
I knew I've always loved Deontay Wilder, man. Come on.
But
Green,
anyway,
white, green out here. You feel me? Carry on. You were saying before I
going
throw
back
you off
to it,
your train of thought.
Victorious. The reason why I do give Javante a chance is because of Deontay. Because Deontay Wilder, it doesn't. Once you go bang, you go bang. Once you go bang, you go bang.
Mm. Shout out to Kenny Mania.
Kelly, come on, Kelly, come on.
Shout,
We're sending them to the Kelly. Kelly.
shout out to Kelly Mania. She says, "Can't wait till Wilder versus Fury 3. Someone is getting sent to the Shadow Realm."
Yeah,
Boy,
Kelly
they'll,
knows.
they'll be joining the inventor of the Shadow Realm at the Shadow Realm.
What? Shao Kahn.
So, look, this is gonna be it's gonna be a good fight, and I for one is looking forward to this. Is one of those that promises to be a very very you know very entertaining fight. Let's switch gears and talk about Lomachenko and Nakatani. What's your thoughts and feelings on this one?
Lomachenko.
Um,
Lomachenko.
how does it get it done? You know what I mean?
Normal Lomachenko ways. I feel like he'll revert back to style. I think with his last fight, Phil Felmo, what's his name again? Phil Felmo Lopez or whatever.
All right.
Yeah. I think what happened was because he'd stepped up a weight, he was kind of scared of the power for the first 6 rounds. But by the time he decided to do anything about it, it was too late. It was too late because he stepped on the gas a bit from, I say, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th round. And then the 11th, Phil Felmo was coming back in it again. He also got a little bit of juice to come back in again. I think Phil Felmo took the 12th. Definitely took the 12th. Definitely for me. So Phil Felmo made it. But I feel like this time he's just going to go in and try and do whatever he's going to do. I just don't know why he got scared in the last fight, considering what he's done to boxers. You should not go into a fight scared. He was fighting scared. You know how I say fighters fight scared sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And no. I mean, like, you know when you're, okay, I'm here. I don't know what to do yet, but I'm here. He was fighting like that, whereas he normally knows what to do. Do you get what I mean? So, I don't know.
Diego C. Palace say, Viva Mexico. Once you go bang, you go bang. Yep.
That's the Mexico thing. That's what I'm saying. They can't box. Once they go bang, they go bang. Like, for real. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, man. And Victorious Matla is saying, yeah, you're right. You know, once you get punched in the face, everything can change. You know, the plan goes out the window. And like they always say, everybody has a plan until you get that punch in the face.
No,
you know.
Don't get me wrong. There's some boxers who would still box you when they get punched in the face.
Stick with the plan.
Yeah, I can't see a Mexican doing that. I just cannot see a Mexican.
But you know, when we say Mexicans, and I'm about to talk about the Mexican that's like at the top of the tree.
And you see him himself when he gets punched, he wants to fight.
Yeah, he does. But he spends a lot of the first few rounds just downloading shit. Just, you know, the filler.
I don't think he downloads. I think you're giving him more credit than is due. I think the first few rounds, Canelo just goes for your body. He thinks of how to get to your body. The first few rounds, Canelo is not head hunting at all. You don't care about your head. First 4 rounds, Canelo don't care. If he punches you to your head and it hurts you, it's a lucky punch. It was meant for your body. It wasn't meant for your head. You just stoop too low to get in your face. Yeah? First 4 rounds, Canelo's punching your body up. Then he starts mixing them up in between like the middle rounds. Then when you're tired and you can't move anymore, that's when we start doing body head hunt. Body head hunt. That's how Canelo fights. There's no doubt. Yes, he can box. He can box. But also, like I said, when he gets hit as well, he also wants to prove, come on then. Even against Golovkin, when he got hit a few times, he wanted to fight. He changed his own plans. He wanted to fight. You know what I mean? So I do feel like it's just the Mexican in this guy would just nah. No. Him versus Tank.
Who? Loma?
No.
Inoue.
Yeah, Inoue versus Tank. You know Inoue, right? You know about him.
Yeah, I heard. I've seen him, and I've not seen a great deal of his fight, but I've seen him. Well, you want to educate me?
Let's put it this way.
Educate us, if you like.
Let's put it this way. You see what Deontay Wilder was doing to people up there? He's doing to people down there. Down there.
Oh,
taking people and putting them beyond the shadow realm.
Is that how he's moving?
Beyond the shadow realm. Fam,
okay.
He's a different kind of boxer. He can box and he can punch like crazy. He punches like a horse. His punch comes like a kick of a horse.
So you got that Holyfield power.
More than Holyfield. I probably would say he's probably the heaviest hitter in boxing, even bigger than Deontay Wilder.
So pound for pound, he's the heaviest hitter.
I think. I know. I'm not saying power wise. I'm saying what damage you do to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pound for pound.
Yeah. I think he's probably because Deontay catches you and gets you gone. This guy's hitting body. He's stopping with you with body, heads, shoulders. Fuck, like it's anything. He's more than Canelo. I think he's more than Canelo. I think Canelo can box you. Canelo can box you for 12 rounds. This guy comes to destroy you. You get a difference. Canelo can play with you. Canelo's like a rich kid with fruit. You know what I mean? He can play with it. He can eat it fast, eat it slow. You know what I mean? This kid is like one of them kids who are starved for flipping years, and they put a fighter in front of him. It's like fruit. He just goes through it like hot knife through butter. That's annoying for you. So I would love to see him at Gervonta because they're both bangers. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what's the differential on the weight classes though?
I think Inoue is lower, but that's the I will give Inoue. I will put money on. I will put my house on Inoue. Let me put it that way. If he was to fight Gervonta,
to go through Tank.
Yeah,
that's
I will
crazy.
put my money in Inoue. That's how I feel.
That's a lot. That's a lot of endorsements, if you like, from yourself on someone like Inoue.
How is everybody saying? How does everyone feel about
it? I mean, Kelly just dropped in there. You know, he's like the Japanese Canelo. You know, so it's just one of those. Right now, it's all about Gervonta Davis and Mario Barrios, and I know we just digress through to Inoue there because of the comment, but it's an interesting situation if it does happen. But these type of things, you know, look at the names she's put up. Yeah, these type of things, Inoue versus Loma or Tank, you could say, will it ever happen? If a fight like this was to happen, how soon do you think the people that are in charge could put something like this together?
Inoue versus Loma, I think Inoue will win that.
Yeah, but is it plausible for it to get put together though? Is it a fight?
Yeah. The thing is, do they want to fight Inoue? That's the question you need to ask.
Right.
Do they want to fight Inoue? Because it's kind of like
And he will
They
have to
are
come up
higher
to the weight
weights.
class.
Yeah. They're high in weight. So if they come down to his level, or even if he comes up to them and beats them, it's much more like. Do you get what I'm saying? It's the smaller guy coming to. So I don't know if they. The question is, would they want to take Inoue? That's the question. That's the
Yeah,
real thing.
because what will he do? What will he do for them at the same
That's
time?
the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. If he's
You
the
know,
lower guy, they've
taking
got
that
a bigger
risk.
name than him.
What would he do for them?
Exactly. But then you always have one of them who acts like he's brave enough to take the guy on. It never goes according to plan always, but sometimes it does. So you never know.
And this is what we do on the show. Victorious Matla just said, I haven't seen much of Inoue to be honest, but I will be watching more of him
Oh,
from
please
now
do.
on
Please.
because this is what we talk about educating the people.
Yeah.
This is why we're here. You know, people come around and they want to hear about these fighters and know more about them.
Can I elaborate a little bit on Inoue? Inoue was a thing for me because it was a hype. It was a hype from the east. It was a hype from the east, and it was like every channel on the US TV was like every time his fight came on, they were kind of like it was. You could tell, you know, when that hype is not, it's they don't believe in you. They're saying what someone's telling them, sort of thing. It felt like that until he started beating people up for real. Until he started, I think the first one he beat someone who hadn't lost for a long time, beat a person twice or something or whatever. I can't remember, but that's when I paid attention to him and I thought, okay, this kid's good. This kid's good. And then ever since then, he's just gone on a tear. Like everyone he stands in the ring against is. Look at his last fight. Go watch his last fight. It was recently. Go watch his last fight. Go watch it. It was bad. But 3 rounds.
I'll check it. I'll check it out.
Rounds.
I'll definitely be looking for this guy, man, because
he hit the guy's body. He hit the body. He just aimed for the body.
Body shot.
Body shot.
I love fighters that invest in the body, man. Like
bro,
those are fighters that really do.
From the first time he dropped him. From the first time he dropped him, he never headhunted. It was body. It was all like it was all like, oh, come on. And you could every time the guy was getting punched. He's got dynamite in both hands, left and right.
Okay.
I think you guys those who haven't heard about Inoue, please go check him out.
I think you've you know, even if you've informed 1, 2, 3 people, shout out to Kelly Melia as well about Inoue bringing his name up. Then he's got more eyes on him now than he did before, even if it's just one or two. There you go.
Yeah.
Let's move over to Joyce and Takam. Those two are scheduled to fight in July on the 24th, and they're fighting in Wembley as well. Niger brother versus Cameroonian brother. And it's for them to be headlining the card in Wembley. This has got to be big, right?
It is. I still think that Joe Joyce deserves better than Takam, if I'm honest with you. But this is the business of the crossover. If you beat Takam, it's someone who Joshua's beaten. Someone who what do you call it? For what's his name? Who's he fight? Chisora and that. So it's kind of like the crossover. It's a name that's on this side of the pond, i.e. the Sky side of things, which is where really the money is. Because he's a BT fighter. If you go out, he's a Queensbury.
Right.
Guy. So
with Frank Warren and those guys.
Yeah, so this is the crossover. And if you look, unfortunately, your guy Hearns has got for most of the heavyweights and so in order to fight them, you gotta fight the Takams. You know what I mean? For your name to be mentioned, because if you beat Takam, they'll look at who has beat Takam and try and put your name in that mix too. That's how how it works. It's like Highlander. This game is like Highlander. So
Kelly said, "Will his name was Nonito Donaire. That's the one.
Donaire, he beat Donaire. I know Donaire. He beat Donaire badly as well. Yeah, he beat he beat Donaire badly as well. That was another bad one. Wow.
And so why the fuck would Frank Warren make that fight the same day as Fury versus Wilder? Um, what's going on there?
Because
I know
no.
you don't have an answer for this. That's
Yeah,
why I asked you.
yeah. Because it would not happen at the same time, Victorious. If you actually know Fury and Wilder will be fighting in America. So if you and we already know Fury, his manager is Frank Warren. So you gotta think this is a clear plan of promotion. Like this is Queensbury boxing coming to the forefront for you. Yeah? Because it's like they're gonna show what's his name's fight. Then they're gonna continue with fights in between and then go on to the Deontay Wilder fight, Deontay Wilder Fury fight. So you don't really miss anything. You kind of get two shows in one. So basically that's why it's happening that way. Yeah. So you get two shows for one day, and it's both by Frank Warren. One in England and one in America. So there definitely ain't gonna be any like how do you call it like this one rolling over that one. There ain't gonna be none of that. It's gonna be perfect because I think it's gonna be on BT Sports as well.
Okay.
So do you get what I mean? He's giving us and I'm guessing. I'm gonna guess as well to say that what's his name? Takam Joe Joyce will be free, which will lead into the pay-per-view of Fury. What's his name? Fury Wilder. Guys, I know half of you guys probably love Fury. I love Fury too. I feel like he's the best heavyweight boxer. But unfortunately, I want to see Battle of the Bombs. Like I said, I love to see Fury Joshua, but I'd rather see Deontay Joshua. I want to see
Bomb
bombs
squad.
away. I want to see bombs away. So I'm hoping Deontay Wilder pulls this off. If he doesn't pull it off, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. But I really want him to pull it off so I can see bombs. So I can see bombs away. It's not. I really hope. I really, really hope Deontay Wilder pulls this off. I know it's not. It's going to be hard, but yeah, I can still hope. Fingers crossed.
Okay. The other fight that's on the horizon, apparently that's happening this summer as well. And from what the announcements that I've seen, they haven't really picked a date, but they're focusing on this summer. Is Andy Ruiz versus Luis Ortiz. That looked, and that's for the number one heavyweight contender spot. And yeah, that's been scheduled. So that's crazy. And big up to Joe Clemens. Yeah, thank you very much. Very very kind words from you. We're trying, we're working, and the grind is what's going to get us to the promised land. But thank you very much. Those are really really kind words from you. So Andy Ruiz, Luis Ortiz. Um, that's one I definitely want to see that, man. You know what I mean? Because they whoever wins that one puts themselves back into that little I would say top five, top four sort of thing. When we're talking about body snatcher, we're talking about Andy Ruiz, Luis Ortiz. These are people that have fought for titles and number one contendership.
I think this is going to be a rough fight for Ortiz, only because styles make fights. So only because I think he's a better boxer than Wilder. He's a better boxer than Wilder.
I've seen him hanging there to obviously Wilder summoned, the power of the gods just to put the man out. But
No,
you
not
could
even.
see,
Not even. I'm on about Ruiz. Ruiz being a better. I'm trying to compare what Wilder did to what Ruiz is about to do.
right.
Okay.
I'm with you.
You're with me now. Okay. So I feel like with what Wilder did, Wilder was just waiting for the big punch. And Wilder was just trying to just wait, like trying to play possum till he got him to commit and then hit him with the right hand. That's what Wilder was playing. Andy Ruiz is coming to search for the punch. The punch will come from one of these punches I'm throwing. That's how he fights. Yeah. One of these is gonna get I'm throwing, one of these is gonna get you. And those kind of fighters are kind of dangerous. Those who can take punches as well. And he can reset.
Right.
He can reset a lot. Once he gets hit, he resets a bit. Yeah, he can reset a lot. And I just feel like Ortiz is old now, so he ain't gonna hang. The chin ain't gonna be the same to hang with. Ruiz.
Yeah, but when your chin is seeing Wilder twice, I mean, you know, I mean, it's not gonna be the same chin, is it? When it's seeing Wilder,
yeah, because once he gets hit again, like that, and Ruiz is fast as well. Ruiz is fast, so.
And lastly, on the boxing in the boxing world, you know, because this is a world that you know you roll in and you're very very comfortable in, and I look from the outskirts, but I get a lot of education from you and some other people that surround me. But what about this one here? Because it's one that I don't think many people want to see. But it's going to happen because they've got a date for it. And this is
I know what you're going to tell. Go on.
Oscar De La Hoya versus Vitor Belfort. A very own Vitor Belfort. Talk to me, brother.
It's going to be... It's going to depend on Oscar's ability to take a punch. Because Vitor fought recently. Like quite recent compared to De La Hoya, he's fought quite recent. Like I'd say 5 years ago, recent. Right? Yeah, 5 years ago, recent. And De La Hoya is like 20 years ago, recent. 2008.
This brother is 48, man. Like, what's he doing in there with Vitor? Like,
he fought Who was his last fight? Manny Pacquiao. That was 2008.
Is that how long it was? you know why I feel sorry for De La Hoya here? Because he's fighting the most dangerous fighter that he could fight. Somebody that don't give a damn. And this fight is exhibition. So you know the rules are going to be a little bit relaxed.
But also to just to emphasize on the way De La Hoya used to fight. He used to like these crazy guys.
Yeah, but not like Vitor, man. I'm talking about a man that's gonna be juiced to the gills, bro. Like this brother here does.
Nah, I don't think. Well, then again, yeah.
We're talking about, bro. We're talking. You know what I mean? Look at the two we're talking about, bro. Look at the two we're talking about. This is gonna be a freak show, bro. This is gonna be a freak show. You know, I don't know, like. I want to see just for the circus. I want to see, and they've got a date. It's September the 11th of 2021. So that fight is happening, barring COVID or any other crazy shit that makes fights drop out.
So seriously, 20 years after the World Trade Center came down, that was the fight card that they had for that night. Exactly 20 years after the World Trade Center, that is the card they have for the night. Oh my God. God save us all.
Okay, let me just quickly go through some comments here. I'm just gonna, as these comments are flying in, I'm just gonna go through this comment here. Kelly Mania said Joe Joyce should go top rank and fight Charles Martin and Dominic Brazil, then Usyk for the WBO or IBF.
Kelly, please go on YouTube, go pull up Joe Joyce versus Usyk, and understand that there's levels to this shit. Usyk's already beat him and made it look so easy, so easy. Kelly, so there's no point. There's no point. Nil point.
What you say, nil point?
Usyk. Nil point fighting Usyk.
What about Brazil?
Yeah, you could do them.
And Charles Martin.
Brazil will be.
Charles
Brazil will give
Martin
him.
is the one that I ranked the lowest out of
Yeah,
those three names
Charles
that I
Martin will
said there.
do him. Charles Martin will do him. Brazil will give him a fight though.
Hmm. But how easy is it for him to move over to top rank? Do you think?
Easy,
Yeah.
easy, very easy.
So
You
that
look at the one above him. Look at Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is half top rank, half Queensbury. Easy, and their family too. Easy,
okay. Okay.
easy. Now,
Um.
Kelly, the thing is, right? The thing is, I don't think he wants to fight them guys. I think he wants to fight the Chisoras, the Whites. That's who he wants to. I think personally, if you watch how he's moving, that's who he wants to fight. He don't want to really go to the American people. He wants to stick with the ink, like with the British heavyweight. I don't know why. I get your point, and it will make sense for him to do them. But I don't. Over here, they don't. For some reason, they don't respect the Charles Martins and the Dominic Brazils. So they respect the Chisoras and the Whites, but they don't respect the. So so I could see his like why he wants to fight these kind of guys. Why he's going to attack them round. I can understand that. Going the Charles Martin Brazil route. What's he gonna get from that? You get what I mean? You're going American route. What are you going to get from that? When Tyson Fury went American route, he had an end to that. He had Deontay Wilder at the end of it. I don't think he's going to get Deontay Wilder.
Okay, Victorious Matla says, damn, that's a good fight. I wasn't impressed with Andy Ruiz's performance against Areola.
That was it.
And Luis, on the other hand, is old. But interesting fight. Interesting. Okay. Kenny says White versus Ruiz needs to happen. Dylan White's redemption, ARC incoming. I'm gonna put us some more of your comments. And Victoria said, Kenny Melia, I think Dylan White should fight Charles Martin in America. It won't work for him.
It's an easy fight. Everybody knows it's an easy fight. Charles Martin is easy. Dominic Brazil, at least you're talking.
He's the one that I really that I really like.
But also another name, yeah. Oh, Kelly. You know what I was about to say? Another name, yeah, that people have seemed to forgot, yeah.
Big Baby.
That I think, yeah. Miller will give you a name. If you want a name in America, Miller will give you a name. Someone who's going to promote.
I mean, AJ was about to get that name. You know what I mean? He was about to claim that name.
That's why he was. Did you get what? That's why he chose him, because he will make the noise for you. He will do all of that for you. He will do all the rah next thing you're on CNN and all of that. You know what I mean? He will do the rah push you, all of these things. Next minute, check this heavyweight fight next weekend, and that's our promotion. He could promote a fight. Miller's the guy, not Brazil's and Chris. Chris Myers gonna sit down and be quiet the whole time. I'm a king. Dominate. I'm a king.
Okay. Diego says Joe Joyce for me for a win. And we also got here, Joe Joyce is a better fighter now and is bigger.
Kelly is slow as well. The bigger he became, the slower he got too. Yeah, you got to give Usyk a little bit. Come on, Usyk will destroy him. Let's be honest. Look, Usyk will destroy him. It's not even a fight.
So
he should fight the Whites in that. Whites, them fights are the fights for him.
Okay. Back on the Tank and Barrios fight. The undercard, there's like 4 other fights in there. I'm just going to fly through the names real quick, and then we'll get on to our UFC picks. So, Erickson Lubin versus Jason Rosario. They're fighting at junior welterweight, and I think that's the co-main event on that one. There's Carlos Adams versus Alexis Salazar. I watched the weigh-in on that, and there was some tension there, bro.
Salazar.
There's some tension there. Batir Akhmedov versus Argenis Mendes, both fighting at junior welterweight as well. And the Salazar fight is happening in the middleweight, junior middleweight division. And we're also, obviously, we're spoken about Vasily Lomachenko and Nakatani.
Okay.
So we are going to switch gears and jump onto the UFC Fight Night.
How did I do?
Salute to everybody that's joining us right now. Big up to you lot. Thank you very much for joining us. And if you're watching back on playback, thank you very much. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share it, get it out there. We need you guys. We need everybody out there to really, really know about what we're doing out here. You said grind. It's not easy, but we're gonna keep coming each and every time to put on the shows for you. So you did well. You did really well. You didn't stop asking me all through the bloody week, man.
You ain't told me though. You ain't told me.
Bro, you smashed it, man. You smashed it. This week, you got the highest score of any week since we started the season. You got the highest score. So she was leading with the highest score for 1 week fight at 10 points, but this week you exceeded it by 2 more points and went 12 points this week. So, you smashed it. So just gonna quickly fly through your picks. You picked Chaos William beating Matt Semmelsberger. You also picked Ricky Glenn beating Joaquin Silva, and that's for the prelims.
Come on.
That was a crazy fight. And those were your 2 for the prelims. And I picked Chaos Williams as well. I also picked Joaquin Silva and Casey Neal. Casey Neal won a fight against Lara Procopio. So we're just gonna fly through the main card. The main card is where all the juice is.
Bread and butter.
Yeah. Matt Brown, Diego Lima. Bro, let's talk about that fight for a minute. Jesus Christ.
Come on, Brownie.
And you picked him as well. That is one. Oh my God. I did not see that happening the way
I told you.
What
I say to you? I said to you every time, Diego Lima is on. Is it Diego? Yeah, it's Diego.
Diego Lima. Yeah. Sometimes you just not so Diego with it.
I have to make sure. Yeah. Diego Lima, he's let me down so many times. And with that punch, what do you think?
Bro, that punch, and shout out to Matt Brown, man, because the one thing that he kept saying the whole time, he ain't bad for a 40-year-old, is it? He ain't bad for a 40-year-old, is it? I thought, oh my God, I can't believe this. But that knockout, I mean, face plants that brother is crazy.
They don't want to see him again, Kelly. Both brothers don't want to see him again. Both brothers, they want to see him.
I mean, Douglas ain't going to come to the UFC. Douglas is doing his thing over there, Bellator. And
he's the Lima killer.
If you don't want to watch a fight tonight, there's a fight card on Bellator tonight. BBC iPlayer if you're in the UK. Just when the show's done, switch over to BBC iPlayer. Bellator's on there tonight, and there's some fights on there for everyone to watch. Tonight? But Matt Brown putting Diego away the way he did, face planting him. I did not see that, and that earned him performance of the night bonus as well, man. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Wellington Turman.
That fight card was sick anyway. The whole fight card.
The card was mad. The card was crazy, bro. The whole card was incredible. Bruno Silva beating Wellington Turman We all went for Wellington tournament, but Bruno Silva, he came with that big knockout, put Wellington tournament out. I did not. Again, it's just one of those. I just didn't see it happening the way he did. Um, but fantastic, fantastic fight from those guys. Um, how about Julian Erosa versus Wu Choi? Wu Choi is the sting. I mean, his punches were snappy. You and Chi went for Julian Erosa. I went with Choi, and Choi did the business. It was crazy from Choi. Absolutely crazy. Um, to put Julian Erosa away like that. And Chio versus David Grant. I
Come
mean,
on.
oh my God. Me and you, we went for Chito. Chi went for David Grant.
Yeah.
And bro, Chito put some work on this brother. And you know what? Not just that, we gotta give David Grant the utmost respect here, man, because he hung in there. Most people would have been done up. Most fighters would have been done, and that's why that fight. That's why that fight got that fight got man it got fired the night. It got fired the night on that. I mean, some of the scrambles, some of the submission attempts, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Did I call fire on that one as well?
Bro, you smashed it. You smashed both bonuses. Kill the bonuses, bro. You got both bonuses right. You got Jandaroba and Chito. Jandaroba for performance of the night and Chito Grant for fight of the night. So you smashed the bonuses this week.
Come on! I'm on the road, but I told you I could catch you. Don't worry about it. 3 weeks off. 3 weeks off, and I'll catch you.
Yeah, there you're in and around
listen,
it.
And listen. If I get a point behind you, know that I won. If I get a point behind you while this ends, know that I won. Because I've had 3 weeks off.
Bro,
3 weeks off.
There's still a lot of the year to go, but we're halfway
That's what I'm
through.
saying.
Halfway through.
That's what I'm saying.
So, Alexei Olenek and faces Spivak, and we all went unanimous for Spivak, and we all saw why. But you have to commend the toughness of Olenek there. What did you think of that fight?
Well, no one was gonna go for Olenek. That's what. I just feel like with Olenek is certain fights where he has got advantages. So come on, Spivak just put the work on him.
Yeah, I mean, it tried. It did try and drag him into his world quite a few times. It pulled him into guard, and obviously Spivak is no slouch on the ground. He submitted quite a few people himself, so he knew how to maneuver himself, if you like, on the ground.
I'll tell you one little secret. When I looked at his stats and he said I saw some submissions in there, that gave me a little bit much more like, okay. I can hang my hat on him. I can hang my hat on him.
It's no slouch on the ground.
Down there. Yeah, he's all right down
there. And I see, look, Dante, he says Spivak was nowhere near as convincing as his last fight. Bro, you gotta understand what's in front of you.
Yeah, Alexis is different. From what he did, he's done a lot. From what he did, he's done a lot.
And Spivak couldn't knock him out. He couldn't even put, you know what I mean? Like, he tried. That brother's head is, only I said to you in the preview where I did say, go and look at his 15 losses. There's hardly anyone that's knocked him out. Majority of them are decisions, split decisions, that type of thing. You don't get to knock Olenek out, and you don't really get to submit him. You know what I mean? So if you're going to do just outpoint is the best way, and Spivak had to do what he had to do. It's just one of those guys. To knock him out is really, really hard, and I'm not gonna knock Spivak for that performance too much. A lot of people
Dante, let me ask a question. How do you feel about Izzy versus what's his name he just fought? Vettori. Do you think Izzy did well?
But Vettori's got a chin and a half, and You know.
Yeah, but there's some down things. There's some heavyweights who know how to ride shots. Olenike, like all I said, he ain't been knocked out that many times. So you gotta
Yeah.
put that into account
I
too.
mean, he's got 15 losses, and you can count on one hand how many times he's been knocked out in a division where everybody gets knocked out. You know, there's a reason why he's had so many fights. He's got 59 wins, and 15 losses. There's a reason for that. You know, when you look at that record, it's nothing to be sniffed at in a division like that where people just people get knocked out all the time. But you know, Alexei is not one of those guys. But Spivak did his homework. He knew his path to victory, and he took that path, and you know, stuck with his game plan. So for me, I just think he's just one of those guys that you
It
can't
might
you
be,
can't.
it might be gone, but he still knows how to survive. I don't know how to put it for
He,
you.
know, he knows like Teddy Atlas always said. Shout out to the old man. He knows his geography around the octagon. You know what I mean? And if you use that word without giving Atlas he's coming for your neck, man. You know what I mean? So I had to do that. My boy Dan Ige, 50k Ige, he took an ass whooping from Korean Zombie. Uh, yeah, and Will, you were the only one that went for Korean Zombie. And me and Cheek went for Dan 50k Ige. He didn't get the 50k this time. Um, it was a good fight. It was a good fight. I mean, Ige defended himself, but Korean Zombie just brought a lot more to the table. He just had that much more
Mm,
tools in the toolbox. You
mm.
wanna say something about that comment there?
Yeah, but I also
I can
felt
tell
like
you're itching.
Izzy. Yeah, but I also felt like Izzy could have. I've said this to Ola as well. I felt like Izzy could have knocked him out. He didn't knock him out. That's how I felt. I felt the same thing too. For what he did to Costa, I thought he would destroy Vittori, but it didn't happen. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm trying to say? I didn't even think about the um, thingy fight, the light heavyweight fight. I didn't even think about that one because that's not his weight division. So I didn't. You're as good as your last win, which was Paulo Costa for me. So and
Mm.
what from what he and what when he kept saying to you guys think I've lost to old boy over here. So you must have forgot. I'm gonna remind you. I'm gonna remind you. So I expected y'all must have forgot. I was expecting that Izzy to come out, and they gave me improved Romero. He gave me an improved Romero.
Mm.
Do you get what I'm saying? He gave me an improved Romero. Yes, he struck a little bit more and he went for a little bit more. But let me put it this way: if Vittori didn't engage, he would have sat back and just be happy with kicking.
Mm.
The only difference between Vittori and Romero was Vittori engaged. Romero wasn't engaging. So he was happy with just kicking him from afar. And I feel like that Izzy is not. I don't know. It's the same as Spivak for me. That Izzy is the same as Spivak for me. So that's how. So that's how. Do you get what I'm saying?
Sometimes when you know your path to victory, you just got like
Yeah, just
we
gotta
we
stick
said
to
on
it.
that show. You know, he wanted to go to Lala and try and find a finish against Vittori. His coaches were losing their minds. I told him, bro, you better get the fuck back here and do what we stick to the game plan. You know, we want a decision win here. And he said all week long in the build up to the fight that it was gonna 50-45 it. He said he was gonna win every round. He didn't talk about knocking him out or anything. He just wanted to dominate him and said to him he was gonna make him his baby mama. And that's what happened.
Cool. Point taken.
So let's move on to this week's card
No, well, you
and
don't say the total points. I want to hear the total, baby.
okay. So for this week, you got 12 points, and that's moved you to 93 points. Chick got 8 points, and that's moved him to 110 points. And I got 6 points, and that's moved me to 117 points.
You guys are close.
Yeah, very. I'm 7 points in front of Cheek, and yeah, you are 13 behind him.
That's
So
close. I can smell you.
it's crazy. Right. So, uh, oh, Matla's just put on here. The Korean zombie should now go on a consistent run.
This is UFC. This is not boxing.
I mean, there's
This
there's
is UFC.
there's killers in that. There's all kind of killers in that division.
This is you. Yo.
It's not gonna find. It's hard to find a consistent run in that division.
And TKZ. I mean, TKZ. I look victorious. First off, yeah, you got champion being Volkanovski, number one being Max, number two being Ortega. You catch where I'm going. Catch where I'm going with this. There's Magomedov. What's his name? What the other one name for in a while. There's Yair Rodriguez, who Korean Zombies already lost to. You catch where I'm going with this.
It's just a tough division, isn't it?
Yeah, the run's gonna be difficult. You know what I mean? Because where would he end the run with one of these guys? And it will end badly. Come on.
It's just a tough division. But look, at the end of the day, it's one of those you have to just look at it, and whatever competition he gets, because everybody wants to fight the Korean zombie as a stepping stone. Because he's 35 now. I'm sure. Yeah, 34. He's 34. You know, so he's getting to that bit now where all these younger fighters will look at him and say, "Because Danny is 29." They're gonna look at him and say, "If I get a Korean zombie name in my back pocket or my CV,
I'll be happy."
it elevates me to the next level where I can start calling out all these other top fighters in that division there." So, you know, it's one. Dante says I find zombie so hard to call. I almost get it wrong if I pick for him or against him. He's one of those fighters. It's like a no magnet.
Dan. Just learn the circumstances he's lost in, and learn the circumstances he's won in. From that time onwards, your future will be good. Trust me.
And I can't remember who said it about Diego Lima last week as well.
Me.
Yeah. So he's just they're that kind of fighter that you just don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know.
It was me. And that's why I said to you, yeah, this guy, whenever I pick him, he disappoints me. Whenever I don't pick him, he does the job. And looking at this fight, he should do the job. So I'm gonna pick disappointment. that's what I went with.
You know,
that's what I went with.
And you're right. That KO, you know, that back elbow, man. That's a KO
Tell
for the
Victorious. 80s. Tell Victorious, Dante. Tell Victorious, Dante.
That's a KO. That's a KO for the and this is Yaya that don't regularly fight neither. Like that division is so mad. You know, we got Calvin Cater there. Like come on, though, you know what I mean?
Oh shit! Come on, Calvin Cater will destroy Korean Zombie. Seriously, he will destroy Zombie.
It's hard to find a consistent run in that division. That division is full of killers, and you know, we're not even talking about the top echelons. You know, the Maxes and the Volkanovskis and that. You know what I mean?
Don't mention Ortega in there. Don't mention Ortega.
Ortega just don't be away, man. You know what I mean? He just don't divide him, man. Come on, man. You lot forgot how to count, man. You know what I mean? You counted him out. I hope you learned how to count now. You feel me? I love that promo. And when he cut that promo there, that was a sick promo. So on to the prelims. I'm gonna call out the names real fast. On the prelims, you pick three. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's seven on there. We only want 3 each. So I'll just call out the name, call out the stats. You pick your fighter, and we'll register it for you. So prelims: Yancy Medeiros is fighting Damir Hadzovic. Medeiros is 15-7. Hadzovic 13-6. Hadzovic lost his last loss was to Moicano, and Jance's last loss was to Lando Vanata. And everybody that's with us tonight, please, please, please put your picks in the comments, and I will put them up as we go along. So, if you're passing, let me know. If you're going with it, let me know. You're passing on that fight?
Pass.
Pass. Okay. I'm a pass on that too. There's Charles Rosa, the next one up. Charles Rosa fighting Justin James. Justin James is coming off a loss to Dean Smith, and he's 16-7. Charles Rosa is 13-5 going into this fight, also coming off a loss to Minor.
Pass.
I'm a pass on that one too. Julia Avila versus Julia Storyalenko. Now this this is a fight that I like very, very much. This is happening at the 135 pound. And Julia is coming off a loss to Kuniskaya. We know who Kuniskaya is. And Julia Avila is coming off a loss to my girl Serge Sijara Eubanks. So I'm going with Julia Avila here. I know Storyalenko, along with Happy Warrior, Sijara Eubanks, Panic Yanzad, all these girls, they were all on the same Ultimate Fighter show. So kind of know the limitations of Storyalenko there. I will go with Julia Avila here.
I'm with you.
Okay, on to the next card. Ike, or Ike, if you want to call it Ike, I'll call it Ike. Villanova versus Marcin Prachnio. Prachnio is coming off a win. Oh, this one hurts me. It's 14-5, and it's coming off a win against Khalil Roundtree. Yeah, I'm hurt just saying that. Khalil Roundtree, and Villanova is also coming off a KO win against Morera, and this is at 205. I will be going with. I'm going with Prachnio here.
Skip.
Okay. The next fight: Wally Alves versus Jeremiah Wells. Jeremiah Wells with a record of 8-2. And Wally Alves with a record of 15-4. And Wally Alves coming off a KO win against Laziz. Your guy Laziz. You going with or passing?
I was thinking about it. Because the other guy ain't even got a picture there. So I think it's his first fight in UFC.
Oh, you've seen that one there as well. So
I told you I need to get to you guys.
So where you passing on?
Wally.
You're going with Wally.
Yeah. Savages. I like Dante's. Nah. No, not what he said. I like the
Oh, he's little.
Yeah. I love it.
Profile picture. So on to the next one. There's Michel Perez versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. Michel's coming off a loss to Nordiev, 26-3 with the 26-3 record, and Shavkat is coming off a win against Alex Oliveira, and it's 13-0. I will be going with Shavkat here.
I'm skipping that one.
You're skipping that one. Okay. And the last fight on the prelims is Kennedy Nzechukwu versus Danilo Marquez. Kennedy is one of a very.
I'm going with Danilo Marquez.
Going with Danilo Marquez. Okay, yes, Kennedy's got a record of 8-1. Coming off a KO win against Albach from City Boxing, and Danilo is coming off a win as well against Rodriguez with the 11-2 record. So Will is going with Danilo. Okay. How many have I got? One. I'm going with Shafkat, Marcin Proknio, and Julia Avila here. I really want to pick Kennedy, but I'm going to sit this one out. So I think we all got our picks for the prelims. So this one is onto the main card.
Savages.
The opening. Yeah. I mean, Romero don't know what he's saying half the time he's saying it. He just say what he's saying. I see you soon, boy. I see you soon. I see you soon, boy.
When he put it again, I was like, why is he putting it again by spelling it? I saw Joel Romero. I thought, that's funny. That's good. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay. Diego says Wells to win by knockout in the second round. That's
Wow.
boy. Yeah,
Wow. On point.
It might want your £10. It might want your £10, your £20. I don't know what Diego's saying here, but you know what I mean? Who knows? You know. Anyways,
Sorry.
let's move on to the
Talk my language more.
let's move on to the onto the opening bout of the main card.
Touchy fee.
So we got Renato Moicano fighting Jai Herbert. Jai Herbert is coming off a loss against Ronaldo, and Renato is coming off a loss against Fiziev. Renato 14-4, Jai Herbert 10-2. Where are you? Where are you on this one? What are you feeling on this one? Okay.
Now, Moicano is a dangerous fighter, you know. Bah, the last 3 or 4 fights, man. No, last 3 fights because Ortega beat him first. But then he went on a run before he went on his last 3 losses. But the last 3 fights, come on, man. Come on, man.
Did you just do your best Boosie impersonation there, bro? That's a good one. It's not bad. It's not bad. You know, it's not bad. I like
I'm
it.
not hypnotized by hatred, though. I'm not hypnotized by hatred, though. I ain't hypnotized
Yes,
by
you are,
hatred.
bro. Bro, you are, bro. Bro, you are, man. No, talk to me.
Do you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go with Moicano.
I'm going with Moicano as well.
No. I'm going with that guy.
Jai Herbert. Okay. Yeah. On to the next fight. Tim Means versus Nicholas Dalby. Nicholas Dalby coming off a win. Nicholas Dalby coming off a win against Rodriguez, 19-3. Tim Means 31-12. Coming off a win against Mike Perry.
It's your favorite UFC fighter of all time.
Oh, that's your cousin, fam. That's your cousin.
He's 2% Nigerian.
I'm sure I'll see you carry the Ghana flag, man. You know what I mean? Tim Means destroying that brother there. So his last win is against Mike Perry, and you know what? I'm gonna go with Means. I'm gonna go with Means again. And Will is going with Nicholas Dalby. Okay. Andre Fili versus Daniel Pineda. Daniel Pineda coming off a win against Cobb Swanson, and Andre Fili coming off a loss against Bryce Mitchell. I like Philly a lot. Philly is one of the guys that I really rock with, and I'm gonna go with him on this one.
Touchy feely. I'm with you on that one, Dito.
Okay. And we got Timur Valiev fighting Raoni Barcelos. Barcelos 36. Tim Valiev 31. Valiev 17-2, coming off a win against Day, and Barcelos coming off a win against Taha. I will go first, and I will go with Raoni Barcelos.
What's the other guy's name again?
Tim Valiev
And he's
17-2.
17-2. And what's Barcelos?
16-1.
What's Barcelos?
Identical record, 16-1. Both coming off wins. This is a toss-up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Barcelos as well.
Okay. Onto the co-main. We've got OSP Ovin Sempru versus Tanabosa here. This is a heavyweight bout. Both coming off losses. Tanabosa coming off a loss to Ilya Latifi on a 19-8 record, and OSP coming off a loss to Jamal Hill on a 25-15 record. And this is obviously happening at the heavyweight. What's your thoughts on feelings?
OSP.
Where are you going?
OSP.
Usually I'll go with you with OSP, but I'm gonna go with Tanabosa here, and I think Tanabosa is gonna get it done. And on to the main event. The main event of the evening: Cyril Gane versus Volkov. Now these two guys have been on a tear. It's crazy what these two guys are doing in the heavyweight division, and I think both of these guys are within 2 fights of seeing a title fight, and that's without John Jones in the picture. If John Jones comes back in the picture, then I'd say maybe 3 fights, adding John Jones in there because it will leap from them. But I see them within 2 fights of getting title shot. Cyril Gane 8-0, Volkov 33-8. Like, it's crazy when you look at records like this. Like, Volkov has got as much losses as Cyril Gane has got fights. It's 33-8, and Cyril Gane is 8-0.
8-0.
It's mad. It's mad. Where are you going with this one?
Viva la France.
Okay.
Viva la France. Or are you going for Russia with love? Is Viva la France?
No, I'm
Russia
torn.
with love?
I'm torn, man. I really am torn. But I have to go with Cyril Gane. I don't know how Gane has got more reach than Volkov. How's that even possible? Like, it's crazy.
No. He might reaches from your arm to your thing, innit? Like, you might have the longer reach, but he still might be longer than you. You get me? The guy might still be longer than you anyway. You might have a long reach, but if the guy is taller than you, they don't really matter.
I mean, Dante just put it right there, saying what you're saying. Huge height difference in that one. So, we will see how that pans out. But I will go with. I'm so torn. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cyril Gane. I'll go with Cyril Gane. I think there's a lot more from Cyril Gane here than Volkov. So, fight of the night. Who you picking?
I'll let you go first.
Okay. I really need my points on here, man. I'm gonna go with Tanabosa for performance of the night. And for my fight of the night, no, I'm going with fight of the night. I'm gonna go with Tim Means and Nicholas Darby.
What was the first fight? What was
Moicano
the first fight?
versus Jai Herbert.
I'm gonna go for that as fight of the night.
Okay.
And then in Gane, that's
And go with Cyril
performance.
Gane for your performance of the month.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Let me just go into the chat room and get everybody's chats up. We got Diego here saying Volkov for me by decision. Could it go the distance? It probably could. Victorious. Volkov has got a lot of love in the house tonight, man. That's a lot of shout for Volkov here. They definitely disagreeing with us because we both gone for Cyril Gane. I'm going with Volkov as well. He looked big, and that boy can strike. And that's from Dan T. I mean, it's going to be a very, very interesting fight. It's just one of those you look at it and it's hard to call. That's why I said I'm so torn. It's probably been the one card in recent times that have been very, very torn. That have been very, very torn on. So, yeah, really, really torn on that one. But look, it's going to be a very, very interesting card. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to watching it. There's a lot of combat sports on this weekend. Bellator's on, boxing is on. We've got UFC on. There's so many.
And I've got work tomorrow morning.
on.
Why didn't you lot tell me, man?
There's so much on, over the weekend. So everybody can feast like kings and queens on combat sport this weekend. And you got the Euros as well. As if you haven't got enough sports to go on telly. So shout out to everybody that's joined us tonight. We're gonna wrap it up here. Please, like I said, if you're new, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button. Get us out there, put us out there. Get a lot of people to follow us on socials. You can see our socials coming up across the screen. So on Insta, Twitter, if you want to engage, come on there, engage with us. Yeah, we love your interaction, and we love the fact that you guys ride with us right from the beginning of the show to the end of the show. Will, it's gonna be a big one next Friday, man. When we come to, because I need to get my scores back up. You're not catching me, man. I'm looking over my shoulder.
It's not next
I'm
Friday.
looking over.
It's a Friday after.
I'm looking over my shoulder, and I don't like what I'm seeing. You're too close.
Good. Just remember, when I get into one point of view, yeah, no, I've already passed you. Yeah, know that in your head. Mentally, I've already passed you. When I get to one point of view, I've already passed you.
We'll see.
Know that.
And like I said, thank you for everybody that's joined us tonight. Salute to you guys. And until the next video, salute.
Yes, Ersky.